Hey everybody, welcome back to Family Firearm Reviews. Today we're going to check out the SIG Sauer P322. Now this is SIG's new 22 caliber handgun that came out March of this year, so I'm really excited to get my hands on this. Now let's get right into these numbers. So the numbers, we're looking at a 4-inch barrel. Now what's different about this barrel is it is actually a fixed barrel versus the usual tilting barrel that we have. So we'll see how that works. That should probably improve our accuracy. Now our overall length, we're running about 7 inches. We have an overall height of 5.5 inches. We have an overall width of 1.4 inches. Now our weight, we're running around 17.1 ounces, and we have a trigger pull of 4.5 pounds on this firearm today. So let's go over some of these features that come with this SIG. So what's nice is we do get two 20-round mags, and it does come with a little mag loader right here, so it can actually hold that spring down. Now if you lose that mag loader, you don't have it, you can also pull these little slides down on the side, so that's going to be nice and easy for you to load the firearm. Next, we have a nice set of fiber optic sights on this firearm, so it'll be nice and easy for us to acquire. It also comes optics ready, so we can throw a red dot on there anytime we would want to. It's a fully ambi firearm. We have the controls on both sides, the slide release, the mag release can be swapped to the other side. The safety on the rear is ambi, so all the controls are ambidextrous when we do have this firearm. It does come suppressor ready, so you take this little part off. We have an adapter right here we would put on the firearm, and we could put a suppressor on here if we wanted. It also comes with two different styles of trigger. Right now we have the flat trigger on, but it does come with a curved trigger right here, and these are just trigger sleeves. You can easily swap them out. Maybe we'll do that today, so that's going to be pretty cool. You do have a nice 1913 rail on the front, so if you wanted to attach a light or a laser to this firearm, you totally could. It does have front and rear slide serrations, and the front ones are angled forward a little bit, so when you're doing your mag well check, it's going to make it a little bit easier for you. I've kind of found that feels a little bit more comfortable to me. It does have a flared mag well, so we can get the mags up in there very easily, because you may be loading quickly, especially with 22 ammo. So that's a nice little feature that's just built right into the firearm. It's got good texturing and stippling all over this grip, but it is flat up here. There's nowhere kind of to put your finger if you're running that gas pedal or something like that. But it does have a good high undercut right here for your finger, so you can easily grab a hold of this firearm. Now, longevity is something I think is going to be great with this firearm, because the frame itself is stainless steel and the slide is an aluminum alloy. So it is also not striker fired, it is actually a hammer fired firearm. So underneath here it's actually hammer, so we do probably have a nice trigger we're going to test out today. Now I'm really excited to get this. Let's go over the ammo that we have. So the ammo we're going to run today, we're going to run Federal, we are going to run some CCI Standard and some CCI Quiet. Now this is supposed to be able to take any kind of load at any time, so we want to run these lower loads to see if it'll actually function. Sometimes we know we run the lower loads, it's going to be a little bit harder for the firearm to take it. We're also going to run the Winchester and the Thunderbolt. So 200 rounds through here today, maybe plus or minus some, well definitely plus some, not minus. So let's get out to the range and get to shooting this. So now we have our P322 out on the range. We're going to run our Federals, and then I'm going to run those CCI Quiets, because like I said, this is supposed to be able to shoot everything subsonic, standard velocity, low velocity rounds. So let's see how it does today. Nope. It's not going to cycle those quiet rounds without having to rack that slide every time. So that's going to be something that's, not quite true. So now we're going to run our Thunderbolt ammo, and then we're going to run the hollow point Winchesters. Oh. So we did have one malfunction. One of the rounds just kind of stood straight up and down instead of trying to feed. Cleared that. The rest of them ran great.
So, I love how it feels. The sights are a little bit different. They were a little bit tricky for me, but I know I can work on that. But for a first start, there are a lot of things that I like about this, and I think it's a good place to start.
Never wanted to throw a gun so much. So we're having all kind of failure to feed issues. This one right here, they're kind of running into the top of the barrel. Sometimes they're coming and standing straight up. So this has happened with multiple different styles of ammo. So I'm not thinking it's us. I've tried loading the mags a couple different ways. I've used the mag loader without the mag loader. We're just having some troubles here. So I don't know if it's maybe a feed ramp problem, but all of our ammos today have malfunctioned. See, we have another one. It's doing this a lot. Taking a round and sticking it straight up and down in the firearm and not feeding it in. It's either hitting the top of this, so the feed ramp doesn't seem to be working well, and it's kind of built into the magazine. So that's not something I was expecting. I have seen other reviews, and I've heard nothing but great things about these, but having one and shooting one, I'm kind of running into something a little different. Again, we've got another round, nose diving right into that barrel. Actually, when that one nose dove, it actually dented the next round, so I'm going to have to take that out real quick. There we got a cycle of a few. So let's try another mag, see if maybe I can load it a different way and it's not going to act like that. So we're going to try another mag. I only put about 15 rounds in here, maybe a lesser round count, put a little less pressure on the spring, maybe that'll work. Well, there we go. That whole mag ran good. Maybe it just has a break-in period, so let's check that out. That whole mag functioned with the 20 rounds, and what I did was when I loaded it, I actually kind of held it upside down, because what it looks like is the bullets are actually kind of getting a little cockeyed inside the mag when I was using that mag loader, holding it straight up, causing them to nosedive. So maybe that's it. It's just a trick to loading the mag. So that's why we keep, and we always want to run those 200 rounds through, because sometimes you find little tricks that help you with the firearm. So we loaded 2 of the mags, one with the Federal and then one with the Remington to see if that helps. We held them at that angle so we could try to keep all the bullets stacked. They look very nicely stacked inside of here. So maybe that was an issue with some of the malfunctions we were having earlier with this mag. So let's check that out and see if we can get through these 2 mags with no issues. First mag, no issues. Oop, almost dropped that one. Second mag, no issues. So I totally think it was the way that we had been loading those mags. I had that mag loader kind of holding this down, sitting it on the table. That's definitely not the way you're gonna wanna do that. We've been holding them kind of slightly upside down, you know, at an angle, putting the rounds in that way, making sure they're stacked very nice in that window. And it has definitely made a difference with this firearm. So I was a little frustrated. Now it's starting to make me feel a little better about this. So just be careful how you load them. Now that we've put about 325 rounds to this firearm today, just trying to get her figured out, let's go get our final thoughts. So now that we're all done shooting today, and we've put about probably 325, 350 rounds through this P322 today, I was having a few issues in the beginning. We were having some mag issues, some failure to feed issues, and I was really getting frustrated with the firearm. You know, I had heard such great things and that they had kind of corrected a lot of the issues with semi-auto, you know, handgun 22s. And, you know, I just wasn't seeing that at first. So what it really was the way we were loading the mags, you know. What I was doing was we were using the mag loader and we were kind of holding it down flat. We were trying to tilt it forward. What I found works best was actually, let me have a few extra rounds left in this box. If you hold the mag a little bit kind of upside down with it tilted forward, and I was just loading it like this, right? Making sure those bullets come in nice and straight, making sure that they line up good. And that was what really helped us turn the firearm review around for us. Once I did that, we had no more malfunction, no more stovepiping, no more failure to feeds. The rounds weren't coming up all kind of goofy. So that was something we learned about the firearm, and it was actually made it really nice and shootable for us. I really did enjoy it. Like I said, once I kind of got through that, the sights were pretty nice. They're easy to acquire with these fiber optics. We're definitely gonna throw a red dot on there. I'm becoming pretty partial to that. The ergonomics are good. It's got a nice grip. You can get your hand all the way around there. It's not too wide. You know, you can see right here. It's pretty nice. That flared mag well, I never had any issues getting the mags in. The trigger's nice and crisp. You know, you can pull it right there, a nice short reset right there, and get back on that next one. It is really have a huge cut here, so when it does throw that 22 round, it gives you lots of room to throw that out. So we didn't have any, failure to ejects. It was really just feeding issues that we had with this firearm that we really worked through. The serrations worked well because when I was clearing those jams, I could use the front ones to see what was going on. So I really think this is going to turn into a great firearm. The beginning of the review wasn't great, but I think the end turned out very well. Another thing I did run into was we were running those quiets. They are only 710 foot per second. It would not shoot those by itself. We had to cycle it, as you saw, to cycle that slide every time. So maybe if you put a suppressor on there, that little bit of extra back pressure will help with that. But as of now, it won't run those. So what'd you think?
I like it. After we figured out some of those mag issues and the feed issues, no problems after that. Everybody knows if you're having issues, you're not going to have as much fun as if it was just smooth. So, of course, after that, it got a lot better. The sights are very sensitive. It's a very good sight. I'm going to have to work a little bit on really nailing in with that. But other than that, the construction is great. The feel of the gun, where the stippling is, those serrations work really well. Everything about it feels really good, so I'm excited to keep shooting this.
Yeah, and with the weight, like I said, we have that steel frame with that aluminum alloy. It's really a fairly heavy firearm for a 22, right? So that helps a lot of the recoil. Follow-up shots were nice and easy, as you saw in the video. So I think we're really going to grow to love this one. So we're going to come back out next time. We're going to make sure we load it a little better. I know they're coming out with 25 round mags also, so we're going to have an extra 5 rounds. I did look for those. They're on back order a lot of places right now, but I'm going to get some of those. So we're going to run those through too. So check the next review out for this, and I hope you like this one.
Bye.
Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Comment below. We want to hear from you. Get more content from Family Firearm Reviews by joining our Patreon and checking out the links in the